Well, we have had 3 days of gains in the equity markets. Are we headed for more or another period of weakness? For more market strategy, we're joined over the phone from Richmond, Virginia by Riverfront Investment's Chief Equity Officer, Doug Sandler. Doug, good to talk with you. It's been a while.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, you know, this rally that we've seen in the last 3 days, the volume has been okay. Does that tell you that then we're headed for more, or are we headed for more weakness?
Yeah, no, I think right now we're probably headed for a little more upside. I think, the three catalysts that we're watching is, one is you're getting, more monetary stimulus, and that's, the Japanese government printing money. Mm-hmm. Two is you have investor sentiment back to this neutral range. So if there was a concern we had a month ago, was there were too many bulls? Now that's not the case. And then three is you really got the best of what you'd want on a technical basis, which is you had a pullback, but the pullback left the uptrend still intact. And it's precisely the kind of signal that you're looking for if you're looking at the market from a technical perspective. So three really good things.
Right. So three really good things coming out from this, something along the lines of an 8% market correction we've seen over the last 2 weeks or so, Doug. So has anything changed, though, for you with your strategy? Has the game changed at all?
Well, I think the market's evolving as you'd expect. We've gone from if you think of it in terms of a baseball game, we've gone through the early innings, and the early innings are all about just getting risky assets in your portfolio because those are the ones you make the greatest gains. Mm-hmm. Then we go through the normal kind of sector rotation where it's all about being in the most cyclical sectors like industrials and technology. Right. And I think we're now in those middle innings. We're not in the late innings yet where you have to be defensive, but the middle innings. And the middle innings are all about being a stock picker, all about finding great companies at great prices. And it doesn't matter whether they're small cap or large cap or whether they're cyclical or non-cyclical. It reminds people maybe of the GARP strategies that were so popular in the mid-'90s. I think that's the kind of market we're going into. And
a couple of stocks that you like now, Doug, I want to point out one of them is Caterpillar. Is this a play on this Japan rebuilding effort?
I think it's a play on the whole world, basically, but certainly it'll benefit from Japan. I think where people get it wrong on Caterpillar is they view it as a U.S. economically sensitive company, and they think that now that the U.S. economy is recovered and it's probably closer to the end of the recovery than the beginning, that it spells the end of the road for Caterpillar. Our view is with 65% of their revenues now from overseas, and the fact that the company is more linked to commodity prices than they are to the economy, that Caterpillar is in the middle innings, not the late innings, and as a result, their share price is attractive.
Doug, really quickly, Iron Mountain is another one that you like, but it just hit a 52-week high. I mean, you got to imagine with the correction that we've seen, there's better stocks than one to pick at a 52-week high.
Well, 52-week highs tend to be a good confirmation signal that you're on the right track as an investor. I look at Iron Mountain and say, here's a company that really underperformed for the last 2 years. They underperformed because they're kind of a boring, stable business, and nobody wants that in the beginning of a recovery. However, they're now at a price where I think their shares are attractive. It's a good quality, sustainable earnings company. And you're starting to see an activist shareholder. Elliott Associates announced that they're going to want to change things up at Iron Mountain, and that's a catalyst for the stock going higher.
Right. They want to take some board seats. Doug, thank you. Doug Sandler of Riverfront. He's the Chief Equity Strategist.